Today we journey into one of the most beautiful stories in Scripture, the story of Ruth, Naomi, and Boaz, a story shaped by loss, strengthened through loyalty, and transformed by God's grace and redemption. A reminder that even in the darkest seasons, God is quietly writing a greater plan. Bethlehem, the house of bread, is starving. A severe famine has swept through the land. Fields are dry, families are struggling, and the future looks uncertain. Naomi stands beside her husband, Elimelech, their faces weary and troubled. After much sorrowful thought, they make a painful decision. We must leave Bethlehem. We will go to Moab. Perhaps we will survive there. With heavy hearts, they turn away from their homeland. Naomi, Elimelech, and their two sons, Mahlon and Chilion, set out on a difficult journey. They walk across rocky hills and arid paths, their belongings tied onto a donkey, their footsteps guided only by hope. Every few moments, Naomi looks back at Bethlehem, knowing she may never see it the same way again. But the family continues forward. In Moab, life begins to settle. Mahlon marries Ruth, and Chilion marries Orpah. Naomi once again feels joy inside her home, but happiness is short-lived. Elimelech falls ill and dies. Naomi's heart breaks, her partner gone. Years later, both sons pass away as well. 3 widows remain, Naomi, Ruth, and Orpah, standing in a house filled with silence and sorrow. Naomi feels empty. Her future seems lost. One quiet evening, Naomi speaks with deep pain in her voice. "I must return to Bethlehem. There is nothing left for me here." She turns to Ruth and Orpah and says, "My daughters, and go back to your own families. You still have life ahead of you." Orpah weeps, kisses Naomi goodbye, and reluctantly returns home. But Ruth stays. She holds Naomi tightly and declares, "Where you go, I will go. Your people will be my people, and your God will be my God." Naomi is moved to tears. Ruth's loyalty becomes her greatest comfort. When Naomi and Ruth arrive in Bethlehem, the whole town murmurs in surprise. "Is this Naomi?" But Naomi replies with a trembling voice, "Do not call me Naomi. Call me Mara, for the Almighty has made my life very bitter." Yet Ruth stands faithfully beside her, a symbol of hope in Naomi's broken world. With no source of income, Ruth decides to glean, to gather leftover grain after the harvest. At dawn, she walks to the fields, quietly working from morning until evening. Her movements are humble, steady, and filled with determination. By God's providence, she finds herself in the field of a man named Boaz, a respected and kind relative of Naomi. This simple moment will change everything. He asks his workers, "Who is that young woman?" They answer, "She is the Moabite who came with Naomi. She has worked hard all day. She is noble and humble." Boaz approaches Ruth kindly. "Stay in my fields. I have told the men not to harm you. And when you are thirsty, drink from my jars." Ruth bows down, overwhelmed by his generosity. In Boaz's kindness, she sees God's favor. Naomi recognizes God's hand and gently guides Ruth. Boaz is our family's redeemer. Go to him tonight, respectfully, and remind him of this duty. That night, under soft moonlight, Ruth approaches Boaz at the threshing floor. With humility, she lies at his feet. Boaz awakens, startled, and Ruth softly speaks, "Spread your cloak over me, for you are our Redeemer." Boaz smiles with deep respect. "My daughter, you are honorable. I will settle this matter tomorrow." Ruth's heart finally finds peace. Early the next morning, Boaz gathers the elders at the town gate. There he announces publicly, "I will redeem Naomi's family, and I will take Ruth as my wife." The elders bless him with joy. Ruth watches from a distance, her eyes filled with hope and gratitude. The story that began in sorrow is now turning toward redemption. Boaz and Ruth marry, and Bethlehem rejoices. Naomi, once broken and bitter, now holds Ruth's newborn son, Obed, with tears of joy on her cheeks. Obed will become the father of Jesse, and Jesse will become the father of King David. And from this very family line will come the Messiah. A foreign woman becomes part of the greatest story ever told, all because of loyalty, kindness, and God's gracious plan.
You are my witnesses this day that I am buying the land from Naomi, and I will take Ruth the Moabitess to be my wife.
And that is how you shape the metal. It takes a steady hand.
It is beautiful. How long did that take you to make?